I'm going to bring in different bits of this, and like sometimes you'll not even use elements of this for the finish. But principally, with bow and arrow, the bow and arrow and the short arm scissors are just essentially the only difference between them is that, right? So you'll quite often see the short arm scissors in the UFC. Because you kind of don't need the degree of penetration to finish it that you do on the rear naked choke. All the principles, to be honest, I don't feel there's a big difference between them. So lots of people out there will have this kind of like mountain of submissions view of the game, or slightly more advanced in their head. There are advanced moves, or they're the moves that occur most often that you need to use. And really that's just a misunderstanding of the things that I think are understood the best and are the most foundational, happen to be the highest percentage. They happen to be. So the more you understand fundamentals of all of this, the better. So one, he has his carotids are here, and you can, like, I literally feel his pulse there. That's what these are the buttons I'm trying to switch off. So the connection that I'm going with has to be here. The number one thing I find with this is that people don't form this. You basically need to, almost like a bicep, a bodybuilder flexing a bicep, you need to have this part flexed. So when I'm connecting, the grip doesn't really matter too much. What matters is this is flexed. If I place this in and it's not flexed, this is just nothing. He'll feel that it's nothing. And so the key with any of these strangles around where you make use of the collar is that actually the collar is almost nothing really, should make very little odds anyway to it. It just helps you secure the position. So this is why I said the short arm scissor, the only real difference is I get here. That's it. So it's almost like worth having this in mind when you're doing it. So instead of me clasping my hands, I can do that instead. But I need this bone. The problem sometimes is the grip is what, I need that bone connecting. So it's this on his carotid. And then I'm figuring out how to grip. And he's already starting to tap because it's really uncomfortable. So that's the first thing with this. It's just that connection. I'm trying to remember where that pulse is and get here. My armpit is going. I'm also trying to clamp. I'm trying to clamp that shoulder. Yeah, and then really the gi, I'll just feed it for now. But that's all I want on this. My head goes to this side, and there's a tap. So my head, this is an iron pillow basically. That's what I'm really setting up, is an iron pillow. But I'm trying not to compromise that connection on the neck. So I want you for now to do it like this. Yeah. Let's give it a go.
Are you pushing that wrist after you've got everything else?
I'm saying really, it might feel awkward, but I want you to get in the habit of, instead of gripping and letting the connection go off and then trying to replace it, try doing this and just feeding it for now. I want this idea that we're always, Kavanagh talks about this on guillotines, but I think this is basically everywhere, because there's only 3 ways to hold your arm. I can retract it here, I can have it here, or I can lock it out in like a front crawl. Full extension, full retraction, elbow above, high elbow. And those are your 3 major arm positions, and you're using them everywhere. Because they put connection in your shoulder, which is why there's a shoulder lock. So it's this idea, really. I am letting this drop a bit, but it's basically that idea. So I'm putting this soaks up the shoulder, the head goes on the same side, and it's going to start to look like an iron pillow as you finish. Let's give it a go.